Yes. The postman has just been and gone and left me this wonderful, very exciting parcel. I've just opened it just to check what's inside, because it is technically addressed to my lovely wife. But of course it is, because she bought me this for my birthday. It was released today, 9 days after my birthday, but who cares? What a birthday present this is. I am speaking, of course, of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on Nintendo Switch. I'm just so incredibly excited for this game, and my excitement has been really ramping up in the past couple of days. I've been realising just what's about to happen. A HD reimagining, but lovingly remade version of my favourite and my first ever Legend of Zelda. Now, for a little while on this channel, the channel trailer was my video about The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on Game Boy, and it was one of the very first videos I ever made on this channel. It was one of the first things I had to say, as it were, publicly about my love of computer games. And so it's no exaggeration to repeat what I said then, and that is that this game changed my life. Hello and welcome back to another episode. Now today I am ecstatic to be able to talk to you about this game, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Now this game changed my life. It introduced me to the world of Zelda, and to a world of computer gaming, which up until that point I didn't quite understand, I suppose, the potential scope of what a computer game could be. It really did, in so much as it brought to my reality the possibility of a whole world in a handheld games console. And at that point, the only Nintendo console I had, my cousin had the Nintendo SNES, or the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, so I'm a bit flustered because I'm so excited. But I had the Game Boy, and having seen him playing Link to the Past on the SNES, when I saw that gold cartridge for Game Boy, and I thought that there was even a chance that I might be able to have that Zelda experience for myself, I jumped and never looked back. I'm almost speechless with how much I love that game and how excited I am for what's in here. So let's take a look, shall we? I've got my trusty knife to open up the cellophane, and I've been staying away from in-depth reviews of this game. I've seen a couple of previews. Game Explain in particular have been doing some pretty good previews for Link's Awakening, and especially in the context of them having primarily, I think, played the DX version, the colour version of the game, which I never played, actually. I was tempted to get the DX version on the Nintendo store for my DS or 3DS, but I never did. And oh, there you go. So the back comes off with the explanation of the contents there, and the back of the box is the owl. Nice. And this game sets so many new precedents. It set that surreal sense of humour in the Zelda series. It included, for example, the owl as your guide, which it's been said that Ocarina of Time wouldn't have been the game it was were it not for Link's Awakening. And you can just tell that there's love put into this. Look at that. It's beautiful, with the Steelbook Game Boy box. So a nice little ribbon to pull them out of there. Oh, look at the back! The back of the box, the back of the Steelbook has the game in the Game Boy, and on the front you have the Game Boy Link's Awakening title screen. That's just a thing of beauty. And what's inside? Is there anything inside? Oh, and inside is a series of screens from the game. Nice. That's really nice. That's really nice, actually. Of course, next to it we have the game wrapped in cellophane, which I'll get to in a second. But I guess behind all of this, and it's like a chocolate box of different layers. And what a chocolate box! What a birthday chocolate box! We'll just put this down as well for a sec. We have the art book, which is 120 pages, so it's quite small, but it's also quite thick as well for a small art book. Oh! Inside the lid is the windfish. Nice, nice. This, I almost feel like saying, guys, you shouldn't have. It feels like this is made for me personally. The art book. Now when the big art book, Art and Artifacts, was released, I was really impressed with that book because it had blown up, large scale versions of pictures that were in the Link's Awakening game manual, and also development art for that game that had just never been seen, I think, anywhere before. Certainly I hadn't come across it before. And I'm not really expecting the same in this book, but I'm hoping for some, well, and here we are, for some gorgeous imagery, adding to that whole context of the development of this game, and crucially the fact that this game is a reimagining of the original. So we have, for example, the bosses there reimagined in high definition with just a bit more detail, I suppose, a little bit more of what the original game was invoking, if not fully achieving, on that dot matrix 8-bit screen. Incidentally, I make no apologies for my slightly dirty nails. I've been out in the garden this morning. Sorry. Look at this. There's painting there outside the key cavern. Ball and chain trooper. Oh, the genie in a bottle, baby. And you've got to rub him the right way. So it looks like the game is broken up into sections that are, broadly speaking, so the book is broken up into sections which are, broadly speaking, linked to the different portions of the game. So I think early on in the game, in chapter 1, and so on and so forth, and then let's see, towards the end. Yeah, you get towards the end of the game, which I won't show you here if you don't want to be spoiled as to what the end of the game looks like. But look at that! Look at it. I'm gonna spend a long time looking at this art book later on today. But enough of that. Actually, no, not enough of that. Look, it's the three of a kind monster. The guy that you have to hit. It goes sort of is it spade? It goes through the suits of cards. So that's a club. You have the spades, the hearts, and the diamonds. You have to hit 3 of a kind. But anyway, let's give this a go, shall we? Okay, we're all set up. Joy-Cons ready, charged overnight, and the game is now in the machine. Incidentally, inside the box, the artwork on the inside cover is lovely. It's the painting of Link floating on some debris near Koholint Island, and it's more or less the image that was used to announce the game when the world was told that Nintendo was remaking Link's Awakening. But enough of that. Let's dive in to the game. I can't believe it's in my console. I'm actually more literally excited about this than I was about Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild I was very excited about, but this, I'm almost speechless. Link's Awakening. Now, will it have the Game Boy thing where it automatically plays the animation of Link being shipwrecked? Yes, this is from the trailer. I like it. And I love this. I love the anime reimagining of this game in that sense. Or of this game's opening sequence, at least. It's beautiful. After defeating Ganon in A Link to the Past, Link goes on a voyage, finds himself in a storm. And then we're gonna, yes. Oh, I like the marimba style, that's nice. Diddly-dum-dum-dum. 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 Diddly, diddly, diddly. Boom. Ah, ah, how... That's all they had to do to please me, that's it. I'm in, I'm on board. 1993 to 2019. 26 years old this game is. And I'm so excited, I'm only just connecting my Joy-Con, there we go. New game. Now, I'm going to play normal mode, and I'm going to stick with Link, as I normally do on my first playthrough of a Zelda game. Of course, in Breath of the Wild, you are just Link, but normally, in my second playthrough, I've been Mac, M-A-C. But I can't believe I'm playing this. Oh, Marin and Tarin. And the art style is gorgeous, isn't it? I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No, my name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You are on Koholint Island. Follow the lane south to reach the beach where I found you. Since you washed ashore, lots of nasty monsters have been in the area, so be careful, okay? Hello, Tarin. Who's basically Mario, isn't he? And also, is it... Oh... Taron and Maron? Or basically, because of these two characters, they end up in Lon Lon Ranch in Ocarina of Time. Well, Link, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Taron. Hope you're feeling better. What? How do I know your name? You think it's weird, huh? Well, I saw it on the back of this shield. Which is nice. It's not as nice, you know. I would have preferred to see the sort of the brown style shield that he has in the instruction booklet for the original game. But it's okay. This is a post Ocarina of Time Zelda, isn't it? So he's going to have this Hylian shield. You've got your shield back. Hold R to repel enemies with it. Yeah. Woohoo! Oh, listen to that. So he has a little clink when he moves. That's very Breath of the Wild as well, actually, having the sound of the metal accoutrement rustling as your character moves. But look at this. So Tarin is collecting mushrooms, like a certain other Nintendo character, obviously, like Mario. We've got the flower there, which Marin has in her hair. Or a very similar flower. Okay, are we ready? I'm ready. Oh, this is just so wonderful. As I say, my first and my favourite Zelda. You know, not the best Zelda, not necessarily the top of the list in terms of achievement for me. And at times, Breath of the Wild kind of wrestles with this game for my favourite Zelda. But this will always be the one that represents my love of this world. And look at these graphics. I love the shallow depth of field. So as we move away, Bow Wow there will go out of focus. It's like you're a little toy, or you're a piece of clay or a ceramic. And the music is gorgeous. Of course, I can't strike any bushes yet. I can't get any rupees or hearts, so I need to leave me alone, Bow Wow. Oh, the two boys. Now, if we go into in the library, will there be? There's normally a really sarcastic Maps and Memories guidebook. No, I won't read that one. Secrets of the Whirling Blade. No. How to handle your shield like a pro. Dark secrets and mysteries of Koholint. Okay, let's read this one. What's this? You can't read the tiny print without the aid of magnifying lens? But where would you get one of those? Maybe if you lend some people a hand, they'll lend you a lens. This is a bookshelf. That's exactly what I remember. What? You could see that? Okay. The sarcastic narration of this game. The fact that some characters seem to be self-aware in that sense. Oh! Oh, it doesn't bounce back. Interesting. What if I... No. So if I draw my shield at just the same time, the right time, it doesn't bounce back either. This is just... This is like having an old favourite meal made for me, but made for me by a cordon bleu chef or something. Oh, need to go get my sword. I don't want to die. I'm not that much of a noob. Look, he leaves footprints in the sand. Now, something which I didn't do on my first playthrough was I was pushing Spike Eyes here, as I call them, along, and I let go of my shield before I stopped pushing towards him. So I did die the first time I played this game, right there on Spike Eyes, back in, I guess, 1993, 1994. Okay, here we go. So you are the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said you cannot leave this island unless you wake the windfish. You should now go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there, Hoot. Okay, take... And again, the music's it's so similar. They've got the music. They really have. Look at the water effects. This is beautiful. You found your sword. It must be yours because it has your name engraved on it. He's like me in school. You know, shirts and things with my name on them. You can swing it with B and attack any enemies in your path. Okay. And we're off to the races. And again, it's the same feeling. I remember this sensation, I've got my sword, nothing can stop me. Now I'm exploring. Take that crab. They've got the purple poof of the enemies disappearing. Very similar again to Breath of the Wild, but also actually really it saw its origins in the Wind Waker, didn't it? When enemies died there in a puff swirl of purple smoke. The monkeys! Oh, so good to see you, mate. Well, of course you're going to try and kill me with your coconuts. That's good food. Why are you wasting your coconuts like that? Now this is where I'll meet Marin later in the game. We'll have a bit of a chat with a philosophical quandary, but I won't spoil that in case you haven't played this game. And if you haven't, you really need to play this game. Is it going to be Crocodile Hut? Oh, there he is. Oh, hello! He's got lollipops. He's collecting lollipops in a pot. And bananas. Welcome to Sale's House of Bananas. I'm Sale, and this is my house. Actually, my hobby is collecting rare and unusual canned food. My brother is an artist, so I guess strange hobbies run in the family. And look, he's got a little sort of indoor beach with a hammock and a cocktail in the corner And look, tinned food here. This is so good. This is so good. This is brilliant. This is just, and also I'm so. This is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but also it is so utterly what the Game Boy game was. This is the Game Boy game. And yes, ironically, it's not based on the same code. Whereas, for example, the remake of Ocarina of Time on the 3DS was using the same source engine, if not the same code, one or the other. This has been rebuilt from the ground up, and it's so familiar. In fact, I'm so familiar with this island. I have a picture of it at the bottom of the stairs. Funnily enough, and deliberately, funnily enough, next to some photos that we took when we went on holiday once in Rhodes. We were at a place that did lovely fish by the beach, and we took some photos there. So for me, the big image of the map of Koholint Island is basically like a holiday snap. I'm so familiar with this place. I've been here so many times, and I basically lived here as a kid. This was my escape. This was my little fantasy world, and it was all, crucially, it was all in my pocket. It was on the Game Boy. It was a life-changing experience, and absolutely put me on the track to playing and loving and exploring Zelda for the rest of my life. It says tail keyhole. I need a key. Well, off we go. He said he'd meet me in the forest. Oh, can we get? Oh, we can go up there. And the two boys. Now, I always remember there's a point when you come back to the village and the boys are panicking. They're freaking out because I think it's when the dog gets kidnapped. And I remember seeing them come running up to me and look at how that you can see the sea there in the background, out of focus. Mysterious forest. I also like that the areas are named now very obviously for you, which is quite nice. Oh, brave lad! On your quest to wake the dreamer, welcome to the mysterious forest. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the way, have you ever visited Tail Cave, south of the village? I have, in fact, I just did. Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot. I thought the dog had moved then, but he didn't. Moblin! You're gonna throw a spear at me. Brilliant. I feel like I'm running around in at the end of the movie It's a Wonderful Life, you know, or Back to the Future when Marty's bumping into the tramp. Oh, you look great! You look great! The guy on the sleeping rough on the bench. Ah, just running around like a grinning idiot. So good to see you guys. And all of this was my first introduction to Zelda. As I say, I'd seen my cousin playing A Link to the Past, and I'd been intrigued. And as far as I was concerned, this was the same experience, but yeah, just on Game Boy. And it is pretty close. They started out with the intention of trying to see if they could replicate a 16-bit Zelda game on Game Boy. And it sort of morphed into something more playful, more fun than that. A bit more surreal as well, and that's very much part of the theme. This theme of dreaming, of awakening, hence Link's Awakening. It's meant to feel a bit surreal, a bit. Barry, hello. Incidentally, I'm not crying. It's just a rather hot day today to be wearing a woolly hat. But frankly, I'm almost crying. I'm so excited. Of course, this is one of the Zeldas where you have to go around just chopping everything, scorched earth, you know, checking for rupees and hearts. Which I remember in Twilight Princess on the Wii version, in particular, being really excited that I could finally use the Wiimotes to chop grass as I ran. That was really cool. And of course, I feel as though I'm somewhat now regaining a little bit of the experience that I missed out on with Link Between Worlds, which I tried to play on the 3DS, and it was just too uncomfortable for my massive man hands to play that game. Sadly, I kept on trying. I got sort of part way through the first dungeon, or well, the first dungeon I chose to have a go on. Oh, okay. But it was it's too much of a cramped experience. Whereas the Switch, even in portable mode, the Switch doesn't have that problem for me. It's just the right size. Oh, and the rooms are the same, and the blobs are the same, and the music is just delicious. Now I think, now I'm going to be able to need to pick up those skulls, I think, to get that heart, so I can't get it yet. Mysterious forest. So that's pretty cool. You have to parry the moblin to open him up, and then indeed, honestly, with the itchy, you pick the toadstool. As you hold it over your head, a mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. Itchy dog. They just hate it when your dog itches himself on your Hylian shield. You've got a piece of power. You can feel the energy flowing. The piece of power. Now this is. Ah, look at that! Look at the red flame. This is obviously something that wasn't in the other Zelda games. This was sort of as close, I think, as they would get to doing a reference to the Triforce, these triangular pieces of power. And of course, this is a Zelda game here without the Triforce, without Zelda. This really was Link's Awakening. The question is it really happening at all? Did it all happen in his head? Oh! Did it all happen in his head? Oh, no, rats. Okay. Now that's something about this game that I always enjoyed. Guardian Acorn, yes, of course. Reduces the damage you take by half. Yes, I remember that if you, in a room like this, if you don't act quickly, then things will go bad. So, I mean, if the bats are still there, you have to run in and keep moving, otherwise the floor will crack. But if the floor cracks, you just leave the room, you come back, it's reloaded. In that sense, that feels very close to the Game Boy, even though the open world, or the overworld, is loading without having to do the whole screen by screen by screen bit. So where's the key? Oh, hello. As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. Now this is where we need to take the mushroom and get it turned into dust, or into a powder. Ow! Yeah, you see, you block the sword. That's just brilliant. Get off, get off! Oh, you draw your shield to shake them off. That's pretty nice, actually. Shake off the blobs. Now, where is... Oh, this electrical guy. I electrocuted myself on him so many times on the Game Boy version. Okay. Ah, it has the sleepy toadstool, it does. We'll make it Yep, up something in a jiffy, we will. Look at the witch's hut. She's gathering starfish. You can see a broom and a magic spell book. It's all ready, it is. Take care, as there's not much there. Why not try a bit in my hut? I think I will. Cool. Okay, so now we have to set this to X or Y. That's a nice addition, actually. Having more than 2 buttons for the game is very nice. And this menu's quite cool, nice and clean and crisp. Oh, look at that. Oh, and that's beautiful. Very nice. Oh, sorry, I need to need to set that. I'll set it to Y. Why not? Why not? Oh, let's try it. Woohoo! Look at the fire effects. It's good job. Use this on your enemies and see what happens. If you run out, go to the forest, pick some toadstool, and I will make you more. Come back without a toadstool, and you may have to pay the price for my leftovers. Okay, fair enough. That's fine by me. But yes, I would hit this guy. Should I might just hit him out of nostalgia, actually. Okay. Okay, now I've got 3/4 of a heart. That was a bad idea. That wasn't. Why did I do that? Oh, there you go. That's better. Yes, I used to accidentally strike that guy so many times. And get electrocuted. It's interesting now that these guys are different colours, because I never played the DX version, the colour version of the game, with the additional colour dungeon as well. So this is going to be my first time playing the colour dungeon in this title. So I wonder if the blobs were those colours in the colour version. I would be interested to know. Hello. Now I'm gonna sprinkle some dust on your nose. Are you ready? The first time I saw this, I had no idea what the hell was going on. It was so weird. Like, what? But that's just the game. This is such a weird game. It's brilliant. If you didn't have this game, you wouldn't have had a game as strange, I think at least, as strange as Majora's Mask either. I think this is just part of that lineage. This was only the fourth Zelda game ever, so they were experimenting. The last thing I can remember, sorry, the last thing I can remember was biting into this big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon. Yeah, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Okay, Tyron, I'm all tuckered out. I think I'd better set a spell before I head home. Yeah, I agree. Maybe he should talk like an Italian, like a Mario. I'm all decked out. It's me, Marin. There we go. Got the tail key. And this was also really helpful, the fact that you had the owl coming in every now and then in this game. It just helped keep you on track, you know? Have a sense of what you're doing, why you're doing it, where you're going next, so on, so forth. Take the key and go to Tail Cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. What? Okay, well, off we go. Now, I've been led to believe that the flower placements are all exactly the same as the Game Boy version. That broadly speaking, the size of the the layout and the relationship between different landmarks is more or less the same. This is the game. This is the game. This is the game. But on Switch and high definition and beautiful and running at high frame rate with fully orchestrated music as well. Oh, repeat. Also, this was the first time I ever heard the word rupee as well was playing this game. I had no idea what a rupee was. Then I got really excited when I learned it was a real currency. What a wonderful version of that music. Okay, Tail Cave. Here we go. Oh, listen to the sound, the ambient noise of the fire burning indoors. I love the look at the textures. Oh, no, I don't want to throw magic at them. That's it. Now, actually, that's interesting. I can't put the sword on the Y button, which I probably would prefer to do, but it's okay. I wonder if they'll go so far as to remake the original Zelda or A Link to the Past. Heck, you know, why not? Or even Link's Adventure in this sort of style. That'd be cool. It wouldn't have to be top down for Link's Adventure. You could probably just use this sort of style and to reinvigorate the artwork. You know, certainly the overworld could do with a bit of reinvigoration. That zoomed out look that they had for that game. Now, yeah, there we go. The broken wall. I remember making a note of that. I had this notebook that I was keeping when I first played this game on Game Boy. And I was like, what is this? And will it ping? No. In the original, certainly in I don't know about the DX version, but in the Game Boy version, if you struck the wall with your sword, it would have a different sound on bits that were explodable by bombs. But not that one. That's interesting. Oh, I love the treasure chest animation. I love that they look a little bit like toy plastic treasure chests. Actually, I quite like that. 20 rupees, joy. Oh, it's him. I'm gonna have to. Face away from him, and then there we go. Yeah. Use the key to open the door. Okay. Oh, this is where it gets doubly complicated because of the fireballs. Oh, there's 2 fireballs. Okay. All right, come on, skeleton man. There, we got you. Now I can't get across there yet because I don't have Rock's feather. Oh, it's the 3 of a kind, guys. But now the suits are in different colours. That's beautiful. That's absolutely. Oh no. Absolutely beautiful. And look at the textures on the floor. Okay, it's like ceramic. Just wonderful. Oh no, not again. Ah. And of course, with the art book, I get a better sense of what they're meant. You know, what they're meant to be. You know, not just what they are. If that makes any sense. There we go. Brilliant. Stone beak now to find an owl statue to fit it into. Oh. Turn aside the spined ones with a shield. Now that's an interesting development. The stone beak. I don't remember that in the original game. Oh. Another key! Oh, not more, difficult enemies. Now, how do I get... Yeah! I don't want to let the bat... I don't want to die because of a bat. But I'm going to need Rock's Feather to get over that gap, don't I? Okay. I need hearts. ASAP. Oh. Ah! Yes! Oh, cool, you can strike the heart with the sword and get it. That's good. That's good to see. And they're small but perfectly formed dungeons, these. They're, you know, there's nothing overly complicated. They're certainly not a water dungeon from Ocarina of Time. That's for certain. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember. Of course, turn the spined ones over with your shield. We have revealed the side-scrolling bit! Oh. Again, the first time I played this, you know, because this was my first Zelda, I had no idea that this was weird. No idea. But it was only when I became more familiar with Nintendo and Mario that I realised that was a bit odd. That was more like a Mario segment with the Goombas. And of course, the floating heart is hinting at something. No, you see, it always used to bother me as a kid that was off-center, that one travels further than the other. But I'm glad that they've got it in the game. And the Rock's Feather feel a lot lighter. So now, do I need to assign it? Let's put it on X. I can jump. Can I jump over the... I can! And also, it made you feel so powerful, having these different abilities as you went through the game. It was, again, it was a great introduction to Zelda, and how now you can take these little shortcuts. Just like, you won't bother me. So now I'm going to go to the... Oh, okay. Something I wasn't expecting, the skeleton to be back. I should have been, because that's how it was. There we go. Yeah. The mini boss. Ah, see, I keep on using the magic as instead of the sword. Okay, okay. Rats. I'm not using my shield. Okay, well, let me continue. Retry. Okay. And it doesn't punish you too much. Okay, just send you back to the beginning of the dungeon. That's okay. It's in keeping with this particular Zelda. Okay. Treasure chests. At last, you got the map. Press minus to look at it. Cool. Of course, the dungeon is in the shape, more or less, of the boss, or certainly of the theme of the dungeon, the tail cave. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Oh, it's a one-way door. Yeah, I remember it though. The music is... I keep on saying it, but the music is great. It's really good. Okay, mister, you never used to bother me really on the Game Boy. Why are you bothering me today? I don't know. I'm talking too much, that's what it was. I'm not gonna let you get like, yeah. Is that a fairy? It is a fairy. Oh. Okay. Another side-scrolling section. Oh, this is, of course, this is if I get knocked out down from the boss, this is where I end up. Look at those skeletons. That's quite grim, isn't it? If this island is in Link's subconscious, then he's got. Well, I suppose he's understandably harrowed by some of the events that he's witnessed as the hero. So we need to go and get the boss key. If I can remember how to do that. Ah, if I can not get killed. Okay. Boss key. Oh, that's going to be over here. Now I can jump over the gap. Of course. What? I totally pressed the feather. Come away. There we go. Oh, I thought I had a key. Oh. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm ashamed. But I'm also very excited still. Okay. Key. Great. That's what we want. Go through here. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. I need to use my shield. Compass! Now you can see where chests and the nightmare are hidden. Of course, the bosses in this game are called nightmares. Again, very thematic. Shoot! Fireballs. Honestly. Now, sort of handily, this takes me to the midway boss room. I just need to, again, try not to get killed as I go around here. Still can't quite believe I'm actually playing this. I'm actually playing this game now. And there you go, the compass, as it did on the Game Boy. On the Game Boy you got like a noise that told you when there was normally a key or something of interest in a room. In this instance you get a noise and you get a visual on the screen, which is quite good. Again, if you're playing portably, you don't have to have the volume up. It has to be bothering everyone. Unlike the good old Game Boy days. I love that. I love doing that. I just had great fun just charging up my sword and moving into place. I love the way that he stands still and sort of tippy toes. It's fantastic. Okay. That's me some. Yes, I remember. Momentarily, I'd forgotten where I was going. Although I'm going there with 1 heart, so that's not great, is it? Will I be able to survive this? Let's go downstairs and see if the hearts are back there again. Yeah, they are. I think I'll partake of the hearts. It's that music again. It's like jazz, that little drum bit. Did that boom 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 boom. That was really good. Again, I used to love doing that. And the eyes on the spinning blades that like Mario, well, like Mario stars, aren't they? But you know, deadly, deadlier. Here we go. Oh, lost signal for a second. Oh, they're both connected. Actually, that's really weird. Because they are, but yeah, they are both connected. I think the switch has crashed. Ah. Okay, so I'm on the search for controllers using vibration feature. I guess that's if a controller's gone missing. But again, look, you can see the green light on the pink, but apparently it's just not. That one vibrates, so you can hear it. What's going on with this one? Isn't that weird? So there you go, I just plugged the pink one into the side of the switch. It docked. And now it vibrates. What an unexpected break to my first boss experience. Hope that's not a glitch in the game. Okay, right, well, here we go. Not gonna let it psych me out. Buzz buzz outside. Moldorm, blimey. Oh no, I used the magic again. Stop wasting the magic. Well, this music's great. Again, as is my refrain, it seems, for this game. Now, interestingly, you don't seem to really use the jump much in this boss. Unless I'm missing... Oh no, you can jump over it, that's pretty cool. Okay, I never used the jump in this boss on the Game Boy. I was used to just tough it out with the shield. I don't know if it ever occurred to me to use the shield. The feather, the jump. And there we go. Wonderful. Again, wonderful music. You got a heart container! Your maximum number of hearts increased, and your health has been refilled too. Let's go and get the first instrument. Cello? The full moon cello. I like that art style as well around the speech box there. And it sounds wonderful. And then with the ambient noise of the fire flickering. And he's going to come land outside, isn't he? Swamp. Of course, with the Game Boy, you had the path opens in the blooms. A path doesn't just open. To be fair, you have to open it. Oh, here he is. That is an instrument of the sirens, who, ironically, in mythology, would lure you towards them, or send, maybe, in some stories, send people to sleep so that their ships crash, this kind of thing. Not wake you up, per se. Have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. You were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Their next goal is north, in Goponga Swamp. Hoot indeed. So now, I reckon, with Rock's Feather, let's just rush over back to the village. And here we go, the boys are panicking. Kiddo. Kiddo. Hey, buddy. It's serious. Yeah, really serious. Junior. Kiddo and Junior. Yeah, it is. The moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of moblins. Then it's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was really bad scene with the moblins. So I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. Well, yes. Everyone's freaking out. And someone has had their Bow Wow kidnapped. Their dog has gone missing. Aye! This is Madam Meow Meow. It's terrible, my Bow Wow was dog-napped by moblins! Please somebody help my poor Bow Wow. And that is how we get into Goponga Swamp. But I think we shall leave it there for now. I am super impressed with this game, with the exception of that potential glitch there that didn't disconnect, but delinked. No pun intended. Or stopped recognizing the presence of this controller. That might just be a Switch problem. I don't know. I've never had that happen to me before, so I'll see if other people report the glitch. But interestingly, also there was no day 1 patch as well when I put the game in, so maybe that's something that needs patching. But it's going to take an awful lot to tarnish my love of this game. And again, just the music is brilliant. Thank you for watching, guys. It's been a real pleasure sharing this sacred moment. And as ever, until next time, do take care. Bye-bye.